So today I want to talk about Hitchcock's film Sabotage. Just for warning, there will be spoilers in this. Specifically, what I want to talk about is the scene where Mrs. Verloc kills Mr. Verloc. In this scene, like many other Hitchcockian works, the gaze is very much emphasized. This scene runs 3 minutes and 21 seconds, and Mrs. Verloc only says one word.
Stevie. Stevie.
After 1 minute into the scene, the conversation goes silent as Mrs. Verloc hesitates to grab the knife. Almost 2 minutes later, there's not a single word of dialogue from either of the characters. It's only when Mr. Verloc falls when Mrs. Verloc softly says Stevie, her dead brother's name. It's not the sound or the dialogue that makes this scene powerful, but the silence. We as the audience see the gazes as Hitchcock intended it, with no room for error. The performance and camera movements give us the exact feelings we're supposed to feel, and we can see and understand what is happening without the need of dialogue. With the looks the performers give, and the camera following the right characters at the right time, it really builds the suspense that Hitchcock is building throughout the scene. Another Hitchcockian trope that we see in this scene is the theme of innocence and guilt. Throughout the film, we see all these things that Mr. Verloc does that would be considered evil. For example, causing the London blackout, or sending Stevie to deliver the bomb. Then, prior to the knife scene beginning, Hitchcock humanizes Mr. Verloc with a dialogue scene between Mr. and Mrs. Verloc.
Do be reasonable. What would it have been if you had lost me?
Suddenly, fast forward to the knife scene, and the good guy commits a murder. And she gets away with it with the help of her friend Spencer. The innocent people become guilty, and the guilty people become innocent. A classic Hitchcockian trope. But at the same time, Hitchcock blurs the line between murder and suicide. Did Mr. Verloc get murdered? Or did he walk into the knife when Mrs. Verloc was holding it? It's unclear, because Hitchcock wants us to feel and associate with Mrs. Verloc. If it was directly a murder, there would be no reason for the audience to be connected to Mrs. Verloc. Regardless of the intent, however, Mrs. Verloc did get away with murder, which makes the innocent turn evil. Throughout Hitchcock's work, he always associates birds with unsavory things. For example, in Sabotage, the package with the bomb in it has written words on it referring to birds. We also see references in Psycho when he kills Marion Crane in the infamous shower scene. And of course in his film, The Birds. Something I find very interesting in Hitchcock's work, however, is how thought out every single aspect of his films are. Everything that is in the frame and is not in the frame is very thought out. If we as the audience see it in the frame, there is a reason we see it in the frame. His films grew to inspire directors that we know and love today, like Brian De Palma, Martin Scorsese, David Lynch, Steven Spielberg, and so many more in the film school generation of filmmakers. Hitchcock thinks through every detail of his films, which is why they're remembered today.
Okay. There we go. Now we can sync the audio we don't have.
So today I want to talk about Hitchcock.
So we're at 18 minutes. I don't know how many more minutes I can record onto the card.
Put this in
There is the Leanie.
She's crawling all over my computer.
What do you mean? Why are you doing that?
Leanie! She's tickling my foot. Do you think the audience wants to see Leanie again?
Yes.
She's not happy. She does not like being lifted. Look at her diaper. Made by me. Look at her typing. She actually wrote my essay.